Grand day, amazing souls. How are you feeling? So, today I wanted to make a transmission about a synchronicity that I've been noticing, right? So, I remember when I was younger, my mom used to always say, choose your battles, right? And I didn't really understand that until I was in my late 30s, until I awakened to something different, something new, right? And I remember along the beginning of my awakening, I had a I had many tower moments. I mean, the tower was coming down. I mean, it was crumbling down fast and hard, right? And I remember something had happened, and I heard clear as day, be Christ-like. I'm like, what the hell that mean, right? And I was still very much embedded in my ego state, right? Not saying that I'm not today, but I'm not so much, right? So what I understand of it today is and back then when I heard that, I said, what am I supposed to allow people to just walk all over the top of me and I do nothing, right? And this was really my mindset, and I was like, hell no, there's no way. One thing that I've learned is because I have Jupiter in the first house, that is the guru, right? And the guru is within. And if it's something that I do not understand, the universe will always give it to me. This is not for anyone else. Whatever I didn't understand or whatever I don't understand, the universe always allow me to experience it so I can understand it. So fast forward to 2025, the year of 2025. I mean, I went through many, many challenges, right? And I'm gonna give you two. Okay, so I have met this guy. I moved into my second apartment in Houston in March, the middle of March, because the place that I was in, I could no longer stay there. I had to move. So I stayed in my first place 3 months, and then I moved to where I am now. So I met this guy, and I knew I didn't want to talk to him, right? But I think it was more of a test for me to see if what my intuition was telling me was correct, right? So I took his number, and for 3 months we were cool. We just talked in the store, and I took his number. So I think it was the very first time that we texted each other. It was like a couple days later, I think maybe, and something that he said, I was like, ho, second straight. Now I give people three flags. I'm fair. I'm really fair. And the second flag was he told me that he was using his son's phone. You work every day and you don't even have a phone. So that was a strike, a flag. Am I so I immediately stopped talking to him. I didn't even give him three flags. Three flags. Y'all, I stopped talking to him. We had a couple of texts one day, and I swear I don't even think it was a whole 2 weeks later, y'all. I swear to you not. This man moved into the same apartment complex as I. Like, and I'm just like, what are the freaking coincidences? Like, what are the chances? Because I don't believe in coincidences. And I'm just so grateful that I listened to my higher self, my intuition, right? I just couldn't believe it. And I'm just like, yo, what is going on? And this has been since, I want to say, June, July. Ever since then, he'll say hi. I'll see him on the bus stop with his son and whatnot. And um, he'll do little things in the store like give me free stuff. And I mean, it's just so weird. And I'm just like, okay, is it guilt eating you up because I'm unbothered by it, by you? my spirit. I didn't tell him this, but that's just the way I felt. So I'm gonna tell you the second situation. So in October, is this young lady that live across from me, and I was just getting like scorpionic vibes from her. Right? She's not born in November, but she's born in July. I believe it's July the 6th, something like that. Anyway, um, she's born in July. So I told she had two little kitties, right? And they were just so cute. And she was telling me that she didn't want them, and it was getting chilly outside. And I was like, and she left them on the balcony, y'all. She was feeding these kittens spaghetti. Kittens. These kittens were only about 5, 6 months at that point. And I told her, I said, look, I'll take the kittens. I will love them. She waited almost a month. So I told her, I said, look, I don't even want the kittens no more. Right? 555. And one day, I'm sitting at my desk. This is in November at this point. I'm sitting at my desk and I'm doing some work, and I hear something hit my window pane next to my desk. And I'm like, what in the world is that? I look out the window. The two kittens are out there. I couldn't believe it. Now, mind you, I told her I didn't want the kittens at this point because at that time, the whole thing was going on with the shutdown. And I didn't know how I was going to eat. I didn't know how I was going to feed my family, let alone feed these two kittens, right? And I already had one cat. So it was already a challenge for me to keep up with this one. So everything in me, that ego within me was telling me to take them kittens back to her balcony, put them on her balcony, or confront her. And Spirit said, no, don't worry about it. You take care of them, you will be taken care of. I swear I lied to y'all not. I swear I listened to my higher self, right? And I think it was about 4 days later, I received a text message early in the morning. It was like 5 something in the morning. Like this was just a couple of days later. I think it was like 3 or 4 days later, stating that I was going to get so much money. And I'm just like, how is that so? And I didn't, my mind wanted to start doubting it. And I forgot that the universe was like, look, if you believe it, you can achieve it. So I believed it. And I started, as the days went by, I did start doubting. So it was held up for about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. And y'all, let me tell y'all, the whole point of me telling y'all this is when I heard my spirit tell me to be Christ-like, it meant allow the universe to work things out in my favor. Because I'm a firm believer in it. The universe works things out in my favor all the time, right? And I refuse to believe that the universe was going to let me and my babies, the kittens, my cat, let us starve. Man, I was just in perfect awe. And because I listened to my higher self and because I didn't react, I talked to Spirit about it. I was like, Spirit, like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. And not only that, when you have familiars, they want you to pay pet fees and deposits and all this other crap. And I was just like, I don't, I'm not. And I heard a voice say, have you been paying them? So it was just like, you know what? My life has been so receptive. I mean, I have been receptive to life because all the synchronicities that has just been working out. And I've come to a place in the space like, you know what? I let go. I let go. And I have my times where I can become a little skeptical and a little anxious. However, I'm just learning to ride this wave, y'all, because everything is going to work out. Everything that is supposed to happen will happen. There are no mistakes, there are no coincidences. Allow the universe to work things out for you. It's 2026. This vibration is the number one, and this is the whole manifestation. right? So we're starting this new cycle. And what do you choose? This new 9 year cycle. I choose happiness. I choose joy. I choose abundance. I choose wealth. I choose peace. And with that being said, man, my love for life has definitely grown. My love for me has definitely grown. My love for Source has definitely expanded. And with that being said, I love you. I affirm that you received something from this message. We don't always have to react. We don't always have to take on people's bull crap, right? We don't have to we have the choice to choose. What do we want to respond to? What do we want to react to? What do we want to give our energy to? Because some people just ain't worth it. And let me tell you about the second one. The girl that put the kittens on my balcony. Just let me see, about 4 weeks after that happened. No, about 4 to 6 weeks after that happened. Some girls came around there to whoop her. Mm. And I was just sitting there like, oh man, I felt kind of bad for her, but it wasn't my fight. I let my ancestors in the universe, I let them do what they do. I mean, karma is a okay. And people forgot that we was in the number 9 year, right? So I always tell people, dealing with that number 9, karma comes right back on you. It does not wait like the number 8. The number 8, it can wait lifetimes. But the number 9 is a boomerang and it's going to come right back to you, whether you want it to or not. And sometimes you don't know why things are happening in the way that they happen. Okay? So, with that being said, I love you. I love me. I love us. I love we. Peace. Have an amazing 2026.